What page was that? 104. Find the derivative by the limit process. Okay, so fx is equal to minus 5x. Okay. What you want to do is you want to start out always with this definition. Okay, always want to start out with this line: f prime of x equals limit h goes to 0 of x plus h minus. Did anybody see my bad here? Thank you. Okay. Always start out with that definition. Yes. Question?
Okay, so f prime of x, one of the ways to write the derivative?
Sorry?
That was one of the ways to write the derivative.
That is the way of writing the derivative, right. So what you do now, okay, is you take this and you shove it in there.
Oh, I wrote it down. I'm never going to do it.
Okay?
Do it for 11 where there's no x.
So if there is no x, then it's, so, okay, say fx equals 3. Then fx plus h. In other words, wherever you see x here, you will put x plus h. Do you see an x here?
No.
There's nothing to put in except 3. Right? If it had been 3x, then you would have put in 3x plus h, right? Because there's an x, you replace it with x plus h. But if there is no x, then all you have is a 3.
Okay.
So then the derivative would be 0, which kind of makes sense because what it's saying is that if you've got a horizontal line here, okay, what's the slope of this line? 0. So fx plus h minus fx would be 0. Okay? Right, so S23 was it or 25?
21.
21, okay. Let's start out with 21 and see if that helps you answer the other questions. So number 21. Okay, this is one with a rational denominator, or a rational function, okay? Again, start out with f prime of x equals limit h goes to 0 of x plus h minus fx. So always start out with this line, okay? Always start out with this line. And then it's a question of plug and chug. So this guy becomes 1 over x plus h minus 1. Is everybody with me on that? Minus 1 over x minus 1 over h. What did I do wrong here? Anybody? Sorry? I didn't put the limb. Yeah, if you don't put the limb, I'm going to deduct points, okay? So be aware. Be aware. So now this is like a fraction. What do you do with fractions? Well, not quite. Yeah? Stephanie?
First LCD.
Find the common denominator. Right? So remember what you do with this. Common denominator is just the product of these two guys. Right? 15. You with me on that? So the common denominator there is going to be x plus h minus 1 times x minus 1. Common denominator, and then you cross multiply here, right? So you cross multiply. So you get x minus 1 minus x plus h minus 1, and all of this is over h. So everybody with me on this? Okay. And then that's equal to limit. See how I keep writing lim? Okay. And you kind of fix this guy. Can someone help me fix that? So it becomes x minus 1 minus x minus h plus 1. So everybody with me on this? Yes?
Yeah.
Over h. So now this and this cancel. This and this cancel. So that leaves you with lim h goes to 0 of minus h. Now, can I move this downstairs? Like, for example, if you had a third over 2, isn't that the same thing as 1 over 6? Right? This 3 gets times downstairs. Are you with me on that? Okay, so then this guy becomes minus h times h, x plus h minus 1 times x minus 1. Now what do I do? Well, I need to cancel the h's first. Okay. Notice that the problem originally was that you couldn't put h equals 0. That's why you went through all this stuff and you found out that, hey, h does cancel, and I can set this to 0 then, right? I can set that to 0, and I get minus 1 over x minus 1 quantity squared. Okay, yes? Is everybody here on this? Okay. Any other questions you want me to go over? 21? Any others, or are they very similar then?
25. I don't understand how to do it when they have to put in numbers when they get to a point.
Okay. Yeah, let's do that because you're going to need that in number 33 today, okay? Okay. Well, let's go over it. And so that'd be number 25. fx equals x squared plus 1, and the point is 2 comma 5. Okay, the point is 2 comma 5. So it says find the equation of the tangent line. So problem like this, the first thing you have to do is what? What do you have to do? Sorry? Yeah, exactly. Yeah, medicine, exactly that. Say it loudly. Find the derivative. So start out. F prime of x equals lim h goes to 0. So can you guys do that and give me an answer, please? And I'll wait here, okay? Okay, so if you do the limit process, you should get 2x. Okay? So let's take a look at graphically what it's saying. You've got a graph that looks like this, x squared plus 1. Looks like that. You've got a point on it here, that's 2 comma 5. You want the equation of the tangent line to it. Okay? What's the slope of this tangent line from what I just did? Isn't it 2x? Right? Because remember, what is the derivative? It is the slope of the tangent line at any point on the curve. The point on the curve has an x value of 2. If you shove 2 in there, what is the slope of this line? 4. Do you know how to write the equation of a line given a point and a slope? Okay? Is everybody okay on that? So S, was the problem that you didn't get the derivative right? Or you didn't know how to follow through?
I'm pretty sure the back of the load doesn't say 4.
Oh, I'm sure it doesn't say 4. I'm sure it says y minus 5 equals 4 times x minus 2, which is y equals 4x minus 3.
Yeah, that's what it says.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Right? So given a point and slope, you write the equation. Oh.
Got it.
Okay? Everybody know how to use a graphing utility. Does anybody want me to go over and derive stuff?
Is it you do the derivative, then you do like the y1 or whatever thing is in?
Yes.
You do x and then.
Well, let's go do it.
Is that what it was?
I don't know.
There's issues with that.
Okay, so you're going to put in x squared plus 1, right? Okay, so you're going to go math, number 8, I believe. Okay, and deriv. And your equation is in y1, so you're going to go y-vars function y1. You're going to differentiate with respect to x. And you have a particular point at which you want the derivative, whose x value is 2. What should you get here? What should your answer be? 4.
Okay, wait, how do you get y1? I just studied the
How do I get y1? You're going to vars function y-vars y1. Yeah.
There's a different way to do it. I have the same answer doing it a different way.
Like how?
Okay. So for this one, it was x squared plus 1. The next one was 4x minus 3.
What?
Once I graphed it, I went to second calc, and I want to dy over dx. And when I typed in 2, the derivative was 4.
Yeah, you could go in there too. Yeah, there's a second, if you go into second calc, there's a derivative function there too. So either way it would work. And you guys know how to draw a tangent, right? Laura, do you know how to draw a tangent on the graphing calculator?
Plug it in, and when you take that slope, then you just got it.
No. You go into second program. See where it tells you tangent number 5?
That. Okay.
Okay? No, not there. You have to be in graph mode. So you're going to be in graph mode, then go into second draw or program. Number 5, type in the x value. There is your line there, and its equation should be 4x minus 3.
Wait, what did you say was the supremacy?
Second program.
Program?
Look for tangent. You have to be in graph mode, okay? You have to be graphing. Okay? Yeah. Hang on.
Wait.
I want you to do this. Find the derivative of fx equals 2x minus 3. Okay? Find the derivative of that. Sorry? Huh? A straight line? Okay, so the derivative of a straight line is the slope of that line. Did you see that? Everybody got a 2. Right? So keep that in mind. We're going to need that a little later. Okay? A little later. Okay, today we're going to talk about the concept of differentiability and continuity. It's not a long lecture, so should be able to get done in less than 10 minutes. So to begin with, here's an alternative definition of the derivative at a particular point. At a particular point. Okay, so I should really modify this. Bear with me for a minute while I fix this thing, okay? Okay, there it is. So f prime of c now, okay, not f prime of x, but f prime of c. In other words, it's the derivative at a particular point. So you see where it says looky here? You're going to replace that with a diagram that I'm going to show you in a minute. Okay, is everybody there? Yes? So here's the diagram. Should be all too familiar. Should be all too familiar. You spent a lot of time. Oh, before I forget, what are we doing tomorrow? Okay, you're going to be having a computer test tomorrow in the Career Center. Many of you will finish probably very early. So bring your textbooks there because there will be homework assigned so you can get started on your homework. Okay, so bring your book with you and your calculator. Question? What do you study? Well, you study whatever you did. So if you sent me an email, take a look at the document you sent me. You will probably not be able to open GSP, but you should be able to open Word. Okay? Should be able to open Word. You might be able to open GSP if you go to find a place where you can download a trial run if you want to. If you really want to spend time doing it. If you have time to do it. Okay? Go to a website that'll let you download that for a temporary version for 30 days or something like that. If you really want to